I'm Eric. I'm making animated faces that you can talk to. It's a Saturday morning. I feel good. Well, this is how I feel almost every Saturday morning. Just like I got so much time. And this weekend, I've got an extra day. Thanks to Martin Luther King Jr. Nice 3-day weekend. So I'm going to get a lot of coding done. I'm also pretty happy to start on a new feature today. I just finished up adding the feature and kind of working on all the bugs and refinements to it. I'll demo that in a second. And then I get to spend some joyful time adding a new feature to the WISP web app. All right, let's demo. Web face. Okay. Hat on a hat. So hats are what I call extra parts. So I've got 4 parts that you can put to a face. Maybe I'll even back up a little bit just in case people just don't even get what the heck this thing is. I'll just take a moment to properly explain it. WISP. What is WISP for? It's for creating interactive experiences that tell a story and involve character faces, and the characters are things that you can talk to and they talk back to you with speech recognition and full audio. The audio will come from WAV files. A different way to say it is the audio files will not be speech synthesis generated. It's bad for drama, it's bad for storytelling, it's kind of a low quality version of human speech. They'll come from voice actors, or they might come in a less professional way from just somebody who has got a microphone on the computer and wants to record their own character voices. But yeah, it's intended not to be like a chat bot, where there's some AI that puts together bits of text in a programmatic way and then spits them out with speech synthesis, text to speech. It's intended to be a crafted interactive scene in a story. Okay, so the app is split into 4 different areas. I've been concentrating on finishing the first one, which is the faces, or the faces tool. Once you have a face created for your character, you can use it as an input into the scenes, or you can use it to test. Anyways, let me be a little more briefer and not have as many loose ends. Okay, Spiels, it's kind of like creating interactive dialogue. It's a tool for that. Speech, it's a way of bringing in voice-acted recordings and tying them to the spiels, or your scripts for what the characters are going to say. Scenes, these are interactive, playable things that combine the faces of the characters that you created here, the interactive dialogue, the recorded speech that came in from voice actors, into a playable experience. Okay, so like I said, I've been working on the faces screen. Faces screen is going to let you pull in different reusable parts to create different kinds of faces for your characters, right? Anything that you create with this face screen is already animatable. So you can see so a nose, I can drag it around, right? I can make it look like a different kind of nose just by changing its proportions. The eyes, you can see how they're blinking and they're moving around. That's just part of the live animation capabilities that are available to all the faces. If I click on these moods, they change the face, right? So I've got 11 different moods here. There's different types of commands that can be sent to modify the face with animation. Okay, and then you can replace parts. And this is kind of a crummy, just developer art part that's just made so I can prove it out. But let's put it back to here. Okay, I can recolor the skin to any of these 7 values here. This one here is original, so that means that the art asset that's pulled in, I can use its original coloring instead of recoloring, and that would allow for more variation beyond these skin tones. Same for hair. You can change the hair that's applied. And the thing more recently added was these things called extra parts. So head, eyes, mouth, and nose, because of the assumptions about how they'll be animated, there's some constraints to them. They'll always be placed in a certain drawing order. They're always going to react to certain events like mood changes in certain ways. Extra parts, they're not any one thing. They're just a part beyond those, like a custom part. So the example I've got here, you can add a hat, and I've just made a very cheap programmer art kind of way. I made like a hat and then flipped it so I'd have two different assets to choose from. So you can take the hat and you can put it on. Extra parts can have a drawing order that puts them behind the head, in front of the head, in front of the mouth, nose, or eyes. You can do things like eyeglasses. You can do things like zits, a pimple, or a whisker or dimple, tattoos, maybe a little ring that goes through the dude's eyebrow, stuff like that. So I got all these working. You can have up to 50 extra parts, which is an excessive amount, but it's it's definitely covers most anybody's needs. So if I keep on adding parts, and this took a little bit of debugging to get it all working right, then it keeps on adding extra little tabs here, so you can go and select them. So you could have like up to 50 extra parts. So that allows you to create a very customized face. When I have created all the art assets that I want to create for this, there'll be a very wide variety of faces that you can create. It'd be like, if you've seen like a show like The Simpsons or Family Guy, that within a certain style, you can create instantly like a new character that fits that style. Maybe there's a bunch of characters that fit this style, and they all have kind of like an open mouth breather look to them, because that might be part of the style that's used. But the variations that you get on them mean that you'll get like a bunch of different looking characters that all kind of match the same look and feel, and they can be part of an animated experience together. Okay, so there's another part of this that is kind of disconnected, and I'm going to connect it today. So if I bring in any WAV file that's got speech in it, let's see, I'll take this one from a game I released last year called The God Killer Chapter 1. Okay, I import the speech file. It's going to do speech recognition on it. It's going to do analysis that generates lip animation frames automatically. So it found we could use oil correctly from the speech audio, and then it said for each of these words, what are the phonemes? What are the utterances, the actual sounds that correspond to parts of human speech that make up that word? So for we, it's a w and it's an e. Okay, each of these phonemes, this row here is a phoneme, translates to what's called a viseme, which is the visual expression of a part of human speech. And I'm using something called the Preston Blair viseme system, which comes from the old days of Disney, a guy named Preston Blair. Here's what the automated lip animation looks like.
We could use oil.
So a lot of prefacing to get to that point, but
we could use oil.
The point is, I didn't have to do any hand animation to create that, and this is like TV quality automated animation. It's not like feature film quality animation, but it matches stuff like what you see in, say, Rick and Morty or South Park automatically, no effort. Okay, so this speaking capability here,
we could use oil.
I want it to be present here to be testable. I have this little selector here. It says test voice. It goes between male, female, and muted. I have it on muted now. If I click the other things, it doesn't do anything yet because I haven't written the code. I'm going to write the code today that allows whenever you click on one of these moods, for it to just bring up an appropriate sample and play it with lip animation. And I'm going to start this session now by going through and finding the voice samples from my game that I released last year that would correspond to moods like this. So I've got my 11 moods here. I've got male and female. I'm going to take a couple of characters from the God Killer Chapter 1 and try to find representative speech samples in the dialogue for each of these moods. And then I will hook them up so that when you click on these moods here, the character will just say a bit. It'll say a little bit with that mood. Okay. So lots of listening to samples and characters and kind of matching them up to moods over the next half hour or so, I think. And then I'll write some code. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry for the extra music. Okay, but let's see. So I've got the God Killer here. This is all my source code for a Unity-based game that was released last year. Yeah, it is on Steam. It's called the God Killer Chapter 1, if anyone is interested in seeing what the heck it is. Not that I'm pushing it at you. Okay, so project, audio, speech. There's all my speech. Instead of going through and like looking at all these files, there are thousands. There's like 7,000. I should bring the script up and just go through that. If anyone was hoping to play the game, there will be some spoilers for the game story in my going through the script. So let's see, scripts. It's going to be under work assets. Work assets are things not part of the released build. Okay, so I'll go to where did I put it? Here it is. God Killer FDX. That's 2019. God Killer 2. It's also 2019. I feel like this is probably not going to be it because it hasn't been updated very recently. Let me just open it and see how bad it is. No, I don't have Final Draft on this computer, which I'm streaming from. It's on my other computer, which is not streaming. Let me take a look, because I think I exported PDF at some point, so I could just look at it on this. Let me see if I can find that. Where would that be? Dialogue? No. Checking on my other computer briefly. Oh, you're going to find my cadence and tempo slow way down because I was demoing just before and now I'm just doing proper work. Okay, so then let's see where I'm looking at a little finder screen over here. And I'm seeing some files that may be this. Bringing up Final Draft on my other computer. Okay, file, open recent, open, jeez, where is everything? Have not looked at this in a while. Yeah, I just haven't looked at this in a while. It's taken me a while to find stuff. going to be there. Documents. And I did have like a whole bunch of deletion. Because this other computer is always running out of hard drive space. So yeah, I might have. No, okay. Okay, no, it's got to be. Did I put it in dialogue? No. Let's look through these. Achievements, clouds, concept, doc, faces, illustrations, shaders, songs, sound effects. Okay. Sound effects, that's all the work I did updating that. I'll tell you, this is bugging me a little bit. I don't like the idea of losing the script. But I know I've got a million backups. It's just maybe going to be a little tough. I've got a million backups. I just may have a little bit of trouble finding them. Oh, VO. Okay. Scripts. Now, okay, yeah, this is better. GK1 PDF. This will be it. Got it. Okay, fine. No problem. No problem. No problem. All right. So. Okay, so a good way to do this is maybe I'll find good samples and I'll move them into where they should go inside of my Okay, so this can go over here. This, can I get rid of this? Apparently not. I probably can. I just don't want to fiddle with it. Okay, so there's the script. Kind of small. Let's not try to fit all three things on the screen at once. Let's instead find lines in the document that make sense, and I'll go over to Finder, and I'll have my windows set up in Finder so that I can copy over. All right, so then go to Documents, God Killer, GK, Assets, Project, Audio, Speech. Okay, so that's where I can find these guys. I would love it if I could resize, yeah, this last window. That's so weird. I thought I could resize these. Why can I not resize these? Because this is just too small, man. I can't even deal with this. I'm trying to find a little point where it's going to let me... Oh, this thing. Okay, fine. Jeez. Okay, now can you keep... Apparently I'm not good at resizing Finder windows. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to need that really large file view because that's how I can find the dialog. Okay, so that's my source directory. Here's my destination directory. And this will go into, let's go up to WISP, public, speech. Now, I already got a directory here of some different files. I can delete most of these. I'll delete all of them, really. But, okay. So let's delete these. Move to trash. Okay, speech, and then I think they should just all go in that directory. But I'm going to do test. What is this? Okay. All right, so then I'll come back to my PDF. And I know that M is very fearful in this first scene, so there's going to be at least one line. What is this place? Did I die? I'm going to try that one. This is going to be in the paradise scene. I'm looking through like 7,000 plus audio files here. The naming convention is scene first, character, first 3 words of the line. Q, Q, Q. Wait, I forgot my alphabet. M, N, O, P, yeah, it's before Q. So many lines. Okay, paradise, God, and then M. Okay, with all that searching, I forgot. What's the line? What is this place? Okay, let's listen to the line.
What is this place? Did I die?
Okay, that's a great line to use. So I'm going to bring this over. Both these files. Copy my 2 items. Come over here. Paste my 2 items. And then let's call it... name it after the motion. Let's say female afraid 1. Okay. All right, let's find some more. I think I'll just keep looking. Okay, this is I don't get it is a good confused one. I think it will be anyways. I'll listen to it first.
This is... I don't get it.
Okay, copy 2 items. Paste 2 items. Rename. Female confused 1. The second file, it has all the animation timing saved in it. Okay, so then let's keep looking through the dialogue for good lines. I sure could be confused again. It could also be suspicious. Let's see how it sounds.
Sure.
I kind of like that one, so I don't mind having an extra confused sample. That sounds like confused to me. Copy 2, paste 2 items. Female, confused, 2. Okay, keep going through the dialogue. Okay, then there's some other ones. I want to do that again. It's beautiful. Let's listen to those.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Does that correspond to any of the emotions? Let me check. Maybe happy. Okay, what was the other one that seemed promising? But that sounds good. Okay. So far I've picked lines that kind of sound all right standalone, but that sounds good is replying to something else. I want to do that again. That's a good one.
I want to do that again.
I think it's a good one.
I want to do that again.
Okay. I think that one goes under happy as well. else we got? I'm sorry might work for sad.
I'm sorry.
I think so. Female sad one. Okay. Should I try these two hellos? Those will just be confused again. Okay, some of these are going to be thoughts to herself, which means they'll have an echo to it that I don't like. Because in the processing I add an echo. Yeah, then there's the ones for Billy. I don't think I want to use Billy for a reason that's a little complex. Originally, when I made the game, I had as placeholder art this particular face, and that was going to be Billy. And then I hired an artist, a professional, Bettina Throckmorton, to make a different Billy face. So I've been calling this guy Old Billy because he's my old artwork. But out of respect for the new face that Bettina made and for players' experiences where they might want to not be confused by the slightly Billy-like face being used with the original Billy dialogue, I'm going to avoid using the Billy voice. But other than that, he'd be a great character to use. So I'm probably going to use Quinzo, a different character, for the male voices. Okay. Okay. She says out loud, why? I don't think I can apply that to an emotion very well. I didn't know is probably going to be a good one for sad. So let's go to samples, and I'll go to Little Arena. There's so many files in this directory that if I just move the smallest amount on the slider bar, it just lurches. Easy to go past. Okay, here we go. Little Arena. And then M. I didn't know. Let's hear how this sounds.
I didn't know he...
Okay, that works. Okay, copy those items. This will be a sad voice. Okay, female, sad 2. could this one be? She kind of yells out loud, "Why are you hanging on the wall?" Let me see what she sounds like and if I can apply it to like a different emotion.
Why?
No. Did I go to a different scene? Yeah, keeping involved. Okay, let's... I don't think that line was so great anyways. Why are you... Actually thinking maybe it goes with it? No, but she's yelling it out loud. Maybe suspicious. I do want to see if I can use it. Okay, keeping vault. Oh, it's going to have maybe a different kill block. That was what the original file name. Okay. Why are you
hanging on the wall?
That might work with suspicious. Which is maybe a hard one to find a lot of examples for, so I will use it. I think I might try to get 2 samples per mood. So that would be 44 samples altogether. Okay. So she says, "I'm so sorry, but I've already got 2 sad ones, so I'm just not going to worry about it." A lot of ones where she talks to herself, I could use them as thinking, except that since she's talking to herself, there's going to be an echo effect. Well, how about, let's see what well looks like. So that's going to be on one called Pair, P-A-I-R. And it's going to be M, and she's going to say well.
Well,
that's just too short and not interesting for a sample. Let's see what...
you all just sing that discouraging song to whoever comes through?
This could be thinking. I like that one for thinking. See, there should be, let's see, maybe irritated for this one.
You were watching me the whole time?
That sounds irritated. Let's use it. There's some blocks. I probably got to spell something. Almost done. Might be a good happy one, but I've got 2 happies already. I probably got to spell something. Maybe not bad for thinking.
I probably got to spell something.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That sounds like thinking. Making pretty good time on this. Female thinking 2. How many files I got? 22. That means I'm about halfway done finding oh no. I'm about a quarter done finding all of the samples. Okay. Da, da, da. Thank you for the offer. Might be neutral. Let me listen to that one. I haven't gotten a neutral one yet. Thank you for the offer is kind of a nice standalone line too.
Thank you for the offer.
Okay, yeah, that's a good neutral one. Oops, typo. Okay. Okay, just talking to herself. Can't really use those without reprocessing. I've already got 2 happies. That's fine. Hey, I see you. What are you doing? That could be suspicious. Let me listen to my other suspicious, because I think this one's going to be kind of high energy.
Why are you hanging on the wall?
And it doesn't... I don't want 2 that are high energy. What are you doing is also going to be high energy, I'm pretty sure. Okay, there's going to be some good angry ones in this next scene. Wait, you want it for yourself. That might be good suspicious. Let me check. The foyer is the name of this scene. Or is it foyer? I will know shortly. Okay, M. You want it for yourself.
You want it for yourself?
Okay, that's good. That's good suspicion. Boom. Good thing I'm a spelling bee champion. 5th grade spelling bee champion. Best 5th grader at spelling in my grade school. Not the best in my school all around, but for the 5th graders, I was pretty good. Thinking about that harder all these years, I realized that only meant that I was the best speller among less than 60 students. So maybe I shouldn't be so proud of it. But it's strange how little things from your early life stick with you. Oh. Okay. We're going to get some irritated and angry out of this. It's a bunch of crowd speaking stuff. Okay. Excuse me. Could I get through, please? I'm talking to you. Let me past. Why are you ignoring me? I like a lot.
Why are you ignoring me?
Is this angry or irritated? Let's call it irritated. Female, irritated. Because I know there's some bangers I can use for angry. So as she gets more and more pissed off, I can push you if you want. That's a good one. The actor here, by the way, is Chelsea Blackwell.
I can push you if you want.
She did a great job. I've worked with her on many projects. Well, maybe not many, but I'll say several. I think officially some is a number greater than 2, but less than 6. Something like that. Several probably overlaps with the definition of some. Several is more than 4. But less than, I want to say 13. Female. And angry probably overlaps with several as well. Angry 1. I think I can say I worked with her on 3 projects. No, there were some little projects, so probably about 5. Maybe 3 big projects and 2 little ones. So I think that just barely counts for several. But definitely some. Okay, I can just get another good one here too. Okay, a bunch of crowd stuff. Those idiots, so annoying. Yeah, that one is probably good. Let's check it out. M.
Those idiots.
No, it's a thought one, so it won't work. No, you're rude is a good line, but it needs somebody to say rude before it. Okay. What am I kind of more on the lookout for? What am I missing any of? Let's go back, look at the emotions. Evil. I could move that angry one to evil. But evil is kind of like you've got some joy mixed in with the anger. Amused. Amused will be easier to pick up in her later conversations with Billy. And then there's a few other that, let's see. Okay, evil. I'll have to be on the lookout for that. Amused. I'll be on the lookout for that. The other ones will just kind of pop up naturally, I think. So I still need... Oh, another afraid. Another angry. Another neutral. And then the two other ones I mentioned. Okay. You just stand here all the time and say that. That's a little close to this other line, though.
This is...
No, not that one.
Thank you for the offer.
This one?
You want it free. Why are you hanging on the wall?
Thinking.
You all just sing that discouraging song to whoever comes through?
Yeah, it's thinking. Okay. It's me again from before. I kind of like that one as a neutral. This is acridorium.
It's me again from before.
Okay. And then. A lot of thought stuff on this level. Okay. Billy, you're alive. He's burst into bits and God said you were dead. Sorry, some spoilers. Story spoilers. Okay, afraid. One more afraid. I need 2 amused. Amused will be easier to pick up later in the script when M gets a bit more cocky. I need another angry. I need 2 evils. This is all pretty neutral stuff. Afraid's coming up though. As is at least one amused. That's some good whistling. Let's listen to that. This is God, what did I call that? Undermid? That's the final name of it, but it was called something before. It was one of the basement ones. Let's just search for whistling. No, it's going to be like first three words, so it's that's some. Okay, never mind that. Never mind the search. Speech. Just cancel that. Just give me back my view. Oh no, gotta resize this again. Good thing I know how to do it. Jeez, what was it called? It was called like medium basement or middle basement, something like that. Let's check. Middle basement. This is it. Okay. So that's some good. There it is.
That's some good whistling.
Female, amused, one. Lips, okay. Okay. I want to go back. You won't move. No, let's see what I want to go back looks like. Or sounds like more accurately. M, middle basement. I want to.
I want to go back.
Okay, that's good. Female. Afraid to. Okay. Afraids are done. Amused, need one more. Angry, need one more. Confused, fine. Happy, fine. Irritated, fine. Neutral, sad, and evil, need two. So it's amused, angry, and evil that are needed. Fine, you got me back, and let's be done with this. Check out those two.
Let's be done with this.
I kind of like that as like a lower energy thing. Not lower energy, but more constrained, tense. You know. No, it's fine. Fine, you got me back.
Fine, you got me back.
That one's a little bit stronger. So let's use that for angry. One amused, two evil. Okay, it's her meeting Plundy, but it's all going to be in bird talk, which needs context. Skipping past some stuff that won't fit. School blocks, there's going to be some stuff here. Huh. Thought there was going to be more there for amused. Let me back up to the top. Problem is most of the lines are... They need the back and forth with Billy to make sense. They're not standalone. But let me listen to the laugh. Let me listen to the laugh. School blocks. No, it's called something else. Tutorial. Okay, tutorial M laughs. That might be fun. Okay, paste 2 items. Female amused 2. Okay, so I think I just need the 2 evils. We count these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I just need the 2 evils. So there are a few scenes that I know should probably work. I'm just going to scan through a little bit quick and think about what happens in each scene. God, Billy has some great lines. If I don't find enough with Quinzo, I may use Billy after all. Come up and get me. That's Sacred Lawns.
Come up and get me.
Okay, that's pretty good for evil. Not real high energy, but it's pretty good. I'll save that one as replaceable if I find two that are better. Female, evil, 1. Okay. Okay, she doesn't get angry in this one. She doesn't say much of anything. Okay, quelling field. That's where she gets really pissed off. Sorry, spoilers. Not going to put any swear words in. Okay, so this one is called quelling field. We don't listen to them for the best evil one. I think it got renamed. It was something else originally. Maybe Beard something. Let me check. Beards block axles. No. Ooh, we got some good ones in categories. I'll just go right to that for evil. Because she does a lot of taunting. Okay.
Bye-bye.
That's a pretty good one. I'm probably going to end up replacing this other evil. Just because there's so many good things to choose from in this scene. Let me just listen to this again.
Come up and get me. Get out of my way.
That's a good one too.
I want to show you a pit. No, stay in the pit.
Oops, you fell.
Oops, you fell. Pit time for you. Stay down. Yeah, stay down there. You are so irritating.
That's a good standalone. I might replace one of the irritatings with it. Let's listen to the two irritating ones, or irritated.
You were watching me the whole time. Why are you ignoring me?
Okay, I'm going to replace irritated 1, because this other one's much better. Evil.
Come up and get me.
Okay, let's go through these again. Bye-bye was pretty good.
Bye-bye. A little peace, finally.
Hey, new duck. What's going on? Down you go. How's that going to sound?
Down you go.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, I'll use that one. I think I'm just about done with the female test voices here. Okay, and then I'll get to move on to the male ones. So this one is a good example of evil. Wait. Your coding fixes to Firefox? Or like a web app that runs in Firefox? But not that I'm saying one's better than the other or anything. Just trying to understand. Oh, patching. Oh, that's pretty cool. You know what I love about Firefox? And I don't actually use it. I probably should. But it's the Mozilla documentation on all the web standards. So good. So well looked after. So thorough. So easy to understand. So unlikely to have nonsense and incorrect things in it. Yeah. Yeah, beats the shit out of W3 schools. Not that I want to say that their stuff is not worthwhile, but MDN. Okay. All right, so let me see. For Quinzo, he's got a fair amount of lines. I think I could probably get the 11 emotions with Quinzo. I'll make a run at it. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, I think I've got it installed. Like, I do need to get around to testing my web app in Safari and Mozilla, or Firefox, I should say. It is unhealthy to just like develop in one browser the whole time and wait to see all the problems that come up later. All right, Quinzo. A bunch of stuff in a scene called Wounded Windings that I can reuse. In fact, I think I might just play through them and just kind of pick out which ones are good. Like, this is a great one, I think.
I must create!
A little manic. It might be hard to listen to a whole bunch of times, so let's play through all these. Pick some good ones. Okay, Quinzo. Back to the lab.
Back to the lab.
It's got a little bit of breath at the end that gets chopped off. Chuckles. That's a good one for amused. Copy that. Add a new duck, just to give you a little context. So this is a web app I made that you can use it to edit faces, and those faces have automatically animatable things to them. And they have different emotions, and they've got mouth animations too. But what I want to do is pick out like some sample thank you, some sample voice audio, and have their mouth be animated when you click on the different moods. That'll allow somebody who's creating a face to test out what the face is going to be like when it's animated. So yeah, I'm kind of proud of this little thing. I've built it up in the last 3 months or so. So I've been going through speech audio for a game I released last year, and just picking out dialogue which is representative of the different emotions. That'll work as good test audio. About halfway through that process, which, let's see, I'm in about an hour now. I guess it does take a while to pick them out. Let's see. Chuckles. So this is going to be amused one. Hey, what's your patch that you're putting into Firefox? If you don't mind explaining it. Just mildly curious. Okay, so like the remote debugging, like the feature of being able to like take your IDE and have it communicate with the browser to orchestrate debugging sessions, and then making some bug fixes around that, if I understand it correctly. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I never end up using remote debugger with Chrome. Like, I guess I like the debugger in it well enough, but I would probably be better served to hook it up, because it's definitely easier to find the files that I want to set breakpoints on inside of the IDE instead of within this little developer panel thing that they've got. Okay, so what other samples have we got here? A whole ton of them. Can I just go through?
Blockage.
Feels like I can use that for something. I don't know what yet. So I'm going to copy it over. Maybe I'll use it, maybe not. I'll come back to it as needed. I can't wait. This is going to be kind of manic.
I can't wait to see my tools again.
Still, I like it. So let's use it. That's happy. Okay, so this is male, happy, one. And let's just do that first one as suspicious. Male, suspicious, one. Or thinking, that's actually better.
I don't invent anymore.
Okay, that's pretty good for sad. Yeah. Sad, one. I invented these. Let's see, what's this?
I invented these axles.
Okay, this one's going to be super manic.
I must create!
But I like it. So. I don't. I like the performance there a lot. It's one of my favorite lines, but it doesn't fit the emotions that well.
I plan to make no further plans.
That's pretty good for a neutral mood line. I can't wait to get these hooked up into the web app. So this might actually take a lot less time than the female one did, because I'll be grabbing from just 3 scenes for this guy.
I suppose.
That sounds a little suspicious. I think suspicious might be hard to get from the other lines, so I'm going to grab this while I got it.
I will come outside.
Okay, I think that might work for neutral. It would work for neutral. I'm just being greedy because I think there might be better lines, but I do want to finish this up and not like try really hard to get the very best lines for everything. Okay. So. Neutral. The sounds are from a game I completed last year called The God Killer Chapter 1. It's a story about a woman who is born into an afterlife unexpectedly. It doesn't look like anything she wanted or thought it might be.
I reflect on the past.
Do I have... Oh, I don't? Okay, this is a good sad line. Yeah, and I've got 2 hours of finished audio from 40 different actors on it. And they're very good actors. They're the best of the best from auditions with about 4 times as many people applying for the parts. Yeah. Was it Danny Spiller who did this? I don't think that's right. I'll remember the name instantly when I see it, but this actor is very talented. Okay, so this was I Reflect on the Past. That's going to be sad. Thinking. Let's do sad. Male, sad 1, male, sad 2. Okay. I've got a badly named file here. That goes to the first sample. These files that have the extension lips, they contain animation timings. The format's very simple. Very, very simple. It is just an ASCII text file where spaces mean 1/24 of a second of delay, and the symbols that are found between the spaces correspond to ARPABET codes, which designate phonemes. And the phonemes map to visemes. So these little files I've got here, they just have all the lip animation information. Okay, I'm no fan. Nope. I've seen and done. Nope. Too much of a fragment. Marvelous, aren't they?
Marvelous, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just a really simple format I came up with. It seems to serve me well across multiple projects. But the WISP tool, the web app, will generate these animation files, these lips files automatically by analyzing the speech audio. Does a pretty decent job too.
My axles? I invented them.
Do I already have enough neutrals? I do. Okay.
No, I've given that up.
Okay.
No, it won't.
Okay, that's good for irritated. I haven't gotten any irritated yet. Okay, copy 2 items. Oh, and by the way, all this stuff is, if anyone has an interest, it's all up on my GitHub account. It's open source. Let's see. Mail. Irritated. Which I show the URL to it in like the intro stuff, but I also will put it in the, I guess you call them show notes or the video post notes. Boom. Okay. Yeah. Like I think you and I probably got like the open source spirit, but the other thing that I like about putting it on GitHub is it keeps me more clearly out of conflict with my day job if I'm consistently posting like my own innovations. Innovations is kind of the wrong word, but what the company might interpret as innovations that could be something that is assignable to them with the legal agreement they have with me as an employee. If I post them as open source as I go, I'm more protected from it because I can say, oh, look, I just released this like 5 years before I even had a job with you. So it's a nice way to sort of protect myself from getting into misunderstandings and legal stuff. Yeah. And but like a sad thing about it is like the stuff that I do in my day job, by necessity I make it different than what I do with moonlighting, just to avoid getting into legal disagreements about intellectual property. But it compartmentalizes my knowledge a fair amount. So for moonlighting, I do all the stuff with games and animation and storytelling, and then day job, it's like I intentionally picked stuff that had no overlap with that at all, like digital agriculture and farming. So it's safer, but it splits your brain.
No, the oil would be terrible.
Let's see. Mail. Irritated too.
Oh, I should go back.
Okay. that sounds afraid. That definitely sounds afraid. And I haven't done any afraids yet. So glad to find that one.
Reflect on things.
Well, it definitely sounds sad. But I already got two sads. Sad or sigh?
So I suppose, yes.
Okay, that sounds very neutral. But I've got two neutrals. Okay. I could use that for evil. Even though the original line was not evil. It fits with the facial animation. So finally got a good use for this performance I like so much. Male, evil, 1. I can't wait to hook this up and get a plan. Okay. This one is pretty funny, I think.
Stop baiting me with bad ideas.
That one, stop baiting me with bad ideas. That could be suspicious. Okay. Male, suspicious, 2. All right, see how I'm doing. I need another afraid, another amused, another evil, another happy, another thinking. Okay.
That's how I ended here.
Okay.
The best is behind me.
I like that line. Let me listen to the other two, see if it's worth replacing one.
I don't invent anymore. I reflect on the past.
Nah, I like the other lines better. Okay. Those are already invented. Weary sigh.
Oh.
Could be interpreted as afraid. So I'll reuse that for afraid. Now, afraid 2. Okay, now afraid 2 dot lips. We'll go together. Maybe amused.
We'll go together.
That sounds happy. But he's got some really good happy lines in the next scene, or the laboratory scene. But this, yes, my new friend.
Yes, my new friend.
That's a good amused one. Pressing the key in the wrong location. Messed up my location. Okay, mail. What was it? Amused to. Oh, stop. Stop. What? I feel myself starting to make mistakes, which is what happens when I get into a repetitive task for a long period of time. Okay, so where was it? Wounded Windings. And then we want to get to Quinzo. Okay, we'll go together. Yes, my new friends. You need an
invention?
Okay, does that fit anything? No, it doesn't. Okay. Maybe thinking.
You'll just slip into the spikes faster.
Oh, I don't have any for angry yet, so let's get some. You'll just slip into the spikes faster. Okay. Paste 2 items. You know, it's like the UI changes slightly in annoying ways when I get down to the very bottom of the Finder. When I've used up like that little blank area down there. Even like the selection seems to be a little bit different. Okay, you'll need velocity. This might be a thinking one. Let's hear it.
You'll need velocity and height clearance.
No, that's not thinking. That's okay.
You've convinced me.
Okay, so I think that's all I want to get from this scene. Let's go to one of the other scenes where he's in. So let's see, the other scenes he's in. Quinzo's laboratory. That's the big one. Let's go to that one.
It's a genius idea, Em.
No.
A permanent thing, not part of...
Oh boy, these are chopped up a lot more. Meant to be combined.
But it's too heavy.
What is it? Does that sound like irritated? I've got 2 irritated already, though. Always with the oil.
Always with the oil.
Oh, that's a very good irritated, though. Let me listen to my first 2.
No, it won't. No, the oil would be terrible. Are you an oil salesman?
Nah.
But if we find a way...
Okay, that's not bad for thinking.
Come, see the invention.
No.
Come with me. Em, glad to see you.
Boy, he is just real happy in this scene.
Fly across the spikes.
Okay, that's gonna be the other happy. Well, wait. There's just so many where he's just got just a lot of joy in this scene. A lot of good ones to pick from. What's the first happy one that I've got?
I can't wait to see my tools again.
Okay, that's a good one too.
Glad to see you. I have to show you. I will credit your contribution.
Okay.
If we find a way to... In front of Spike.
Okay, it worked. I think that's the one I really want. This one.
It worked!
That one I get. Copy 2 items. Bam. And then paste. When this guy's happy, he's sure happy. And when he's down, he's sure down. He's basically bipolar. Male. Happy. 2. Poor Quinzo and his fragile psychology. Okay.
It's too heavy to push.
That one is misnamed. Put that back to 1. Okay, so what am I still in need of? Another angry, another evil, another thinking. Evil is going to be the hardest one.
Just stand on the invention. Kindly fling yourself west.
That's a bit of a stretch, but I could use that for evil.
No. Now, fling yourself west. Now, I work. Now that you're here, place at specific locations. Please stand atop it. Precisely. The invention needs a name.
Okay, that's thinking.
The oil idea was genius.
Okay, I only need one thinking, though. I want to get a good one, if I can find it. The original design.
The original design of a place.
I'm just going to go with this one. Okay. This is good thinking. Almost done with this exercise. And then I think at that point, it's 12 something. I'll check on my wife and see if she wants brunch, and then I'll probably come back and second stream the implementation of the feature. Let's see, male thinking 2. It's not a bad way to like warm up ahead of coding, because like it's not like proper coding yet, but it's thinking about the parts that are going to go into writing the code. Okay, the original design, the wooden stairs. Evil's going to be a hard one, but there was something up ahead. Fling yourself west I could use in a pinch. The new invention. This is a
construction we can...
Okay. I just love that actor.
This new invention. To move this object.
Okay, what am I looking for? Evil? And one more angry.
Wait a minute. Watch your step there. We can finally test it. We can place this anywhere. We use oil. What shall we call it? What was your name again? Will be destroyed.
It starts to sound like an evil line, but it's just too much of a fragment.
Yes, but no.
Okay. So since I've come up a little bit dry for evil, let's go back and use the flinging one. Fling yourself.
Now, fling yourself west.
Or kindly fling yourself.
Kindly fling yourself west.
This one will match the face better. Now fling yourself. Now, in reality, in the story, he's not being evil at all. He's just being excited, but I think this works. Because I don't have to represent what actually happened in the story. I'm just throwing some samples together out of context. I just need to find an angry one after this, and that should not be hard. Male, evil, 2. Okay, so just double check. Afraid, amused, angry, need one. Evil, happy, irritated, neutral, sad, suspicious, thinking. Now let's count the emotions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? Neutral I got, confused. Oh, confused, I don't have confused. Okay. So I may have to go back to that first scene to pick up confused and be a little bit liberal in interpreting which ones are confused. Okay. So I need 2 confused, 1 angry. Let's go back to Wounded Windings. Let's go through them again.
Blockage.
I used that once for thinking. Let's see. Back to the
lab.
Okay.
God made those.
I can't wait. Nope. I don't invent.
I don't invent.
That's sad. I invented these.
I invented these axles.
I suppose. It doesn't sound confused.
I'm no fan of restricting movement.
Yeah, the thing about this guy is his personality is to be certain about so much. When is he confused? He's either sad, morose, no curiosity about things that might confuse him, or he's just entirely certain of everything. So
I've seen and done. Marvelous, aren't they?
yeah, this is okay.
My axles? I invented them.
Sounds a little confused, maybe.
My axles? I invented them.
I don't know. I'm coming up dry for confused, so I might just do a bit of a stretch. Male, confused. 1. At least his tone, it starts out confused. Okay.
No, I've given that up.
Okay, that sounds confused. I'll grab that. Almost done with this. Then I will be stopping the stream for lunch, or brunch you might call it, and coming back for a second stream to implement the test voices. And that'll be React, TypeScript, web coding inside of the web app I demoed earlier. Okay, so I've got 2 confused. I just need 1 more angry. No. Is this what I used before?
No, it won't.
Okay.
You'll just slip into the spikes faster.
Okay, this one will probably work just fine. But see if I can find a better one.
No, the oil would be terrible.
That's better. Okay. But is it also used on irritated? Let's see what I use for irritated.
No, it won't.
Okay, I already used the won't.
No, the oil would be terrible.
I already used that one too. Okay.
Oh, I should go back. Reflect on things. Someone besides me. Stop baiting me with bad ideas.
Okay, what did I use that for? Stop baiting me with bad ideas. Suspicious, that's what I used it for. Okay.
Those are already invented.
Okay, that one sounds more irritated, but I might be able to take one of the ones I used for irritated and upgrade it to angry. So let's listen to these again.
No, the oil would be terrible.
That sounds angry. Let's just use that. Okay, those are already invented. Will be irritated. This might be the last one right here. I'll give it a look over. Yeah, it acts weird when it's on that last line. It just doesn't behave exactly the same way inside of Finder. Okay. 88, and that's a good number because it's 11 emotions times 2 variations times 2 genders times 2 files per clip. So 11 times 8, essentially. 88. Good number. Means I probably got everything. Scanning through for irregularities in how these are named. You can kind of see like these neat indentations, and that tells you it's probably good. 4, 4, 4, all indented the same way. That's a pretty good scan. Everything else, if there's something more subtle, I can just pick it up on testing. Okay. So yeah, this is where I arrived at. I'm gonna stop the stream here. What is coming is that all those samples that I picked up, I'll have them hooked into this test voice. If you've got male or female set, then clicking on any of these will cause this guy to talk for a little bit on screen. Looking forward to coming back after brunch and doing that. But for now, let's stop the stream. Thanks, New Duck, for joining. Nice to meet you and talk a bit. Catch you on the other side.